Trez, you got any other questions?
Yeah, so the Redskins took Samajae Perine, and they got Rob Kelly there. They're very similar, and they're both kind of power backs, right? So how do you see that playing out? Do you think they're going to compete in camp, or do you think Kelly's going to be the starter and Perine's kind of got to earn his job, or how do you think that's going to play out there in Washington?
Well, we never know, and we can never trust what Washington thinks because we've seen kind of their behavior. They're pretty dysfunctional up there above the coaching staff, higher up. But they did state today that they expect Perine to compete for the starting job with Kelly, and so if they're going to throw him right in there to compete on that level, I like Perine more because I think Perine's a more powerful back. I think Perine is the strongest back in this NFL class. And, Fournette may have some of those devastating runs when he builds up speed, but Perine doesn't need to build up speed for people to like. I've joked around in other shows that basically he's built like a cast iron pan, and when players try to hit him, it's like butter hitting a hot cast iron pan. I mean, they just melt right off them. So
that's a good comparison.
Such a good analogy.
So
big fan of cast iron pans, by the way.
Me too. So
if you don't cook with a cast iron pan, you're doing it all wrong. Let me tell you that.
That's right. So where I think that I think if we're going to go to cooking, then we could say that Rob Kelly's a walk. He's got a big surface area, and you could hit something, but the handle might break off after a few whacks at it. I think Samajae Perine, someone runs into that sucker, and he doesn't even have to swing the thing. So I mean, I like Rob Kelly a lot, but I think Kelly's probably more destined to be that second back, at least by next year. And I wouldn't even be surprised. I still holding out a torch for Keith Marshall, who will be healthy, and I think have a shot to at least maybe tell Matt Jones that he can leave town and go somewhere else. So it may be interesting because you could see if Marshall actually comes back this year and looks more comfortable and is healthy, you could have a 1-2 punch of Perine, who's the absolute tank, and then the 4.31 or whatever that Marshall ran, who's that straight line speedster, and that could be a really dangerous combination. But Perine right now, I've got him ranked well within my top 10. He might even be inside my top 7 or top 6.
Wow.
At this point, because they didn't draft him. I think they drafted him when they say they're going to let him compete for the job. I think they're optimistic that looking at his whole profile, that they're going to get the quicker version of him, not the sluggish one from early in his junior year.
Awesome. And I'm taking notes.
Yeah, right.
And put that on my cheat sheet and in my back pocket.
Gonna definitely steal the cast iron versus walk analogy.
So good.
So when you hear that on the NFL Fantasy Live podcast in July, you know that you know where I stole it from back.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Just a little. Just we can have a code word so I can laugh or something like
Perfect.
After you say it, that'll be fun.
That makes sense. So before we ask you our last and most important
They're hipsters, but I'm way more hipper.